Welcome back to the Ball Not Court
She
Podcast.
showed me a movie that I like them too.
Welcome back to the Ball Not Court Podcast. Cortez, Paul, Kevin Carter, Steve Amber, as we're discussing Waterboy.
Steve was the name of the horse.
Can we get
I just realized that. Steve was the name of the horse.
Oh my God.
So Steve was not only the name of the monkey off of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball, but it was also the name of the horse on Waterboy.
Can Steve get a break here?
Steve. He was the name of the horse. I just realized that. How you doing? How you doing, Steve? Oh, it's amazing. Oh, the stuff I remember just out of nowhere.
All right, let's discuss some of our Heisman candidates. So some of the warrants I got written down here is
Mama's sick. During the break, we were talking about Waterboy. I'm sorry, people.
I swear we can get through this. I swear we can get through it. So just don't mind our foolishness right now. All right, Heisman Watch. Some of the candidates that I have.
She can't hear you because she's unconscious.
In other words, he was saying Trayvon Boykin is a Heisman candidate. You didn't get that translation. Cody Kessler from Southern Cal. Samaje Perine from Oklahoma, Nick Chubb, Georgia, and Ezekiel Elliott. Some of the ones I got. Is I'm missing some of these guys? Y'all want to ask some? Or?
I'm going to give us one defensive player. Depending on how many times they throw the ball his way. Depending on how many times he gets to see the rock come his way. Vernon Hargraves.
They won't do it, though.
They're not going to throw the ball his way. He's going to be one of the most. He's going to be the one guy that just stands there on that side of the field. But if you want to put a defensive player up there, he's arguably the best cornerback in college football. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. He is arguably one of the best cornerbacks in all of college football. And they're not going to throw the ball that side. But the bad part is they throw the ball to the other side. They got another guy over there. But that's for when we talk about him.
Okay. All right. Steve, some of the candidates that I named, did I miss some, or are these kind of around your list as well? Or?
Was Steve a horse or a donkey?
I think he was a... he could have been a donkey.
Was he a mule?
He was a Heisman candidate.
He could have been.
I think he was a mule. Steve, hee-haw! Give me the Heisman!
Whoever starts at Ohio State is going to be immediately be in the top of the discussion.
In the running.
Ezekiel Elliott, who I think who could see some love. I mentioned him earlier. Connor Cook from Michigan State.
Uh-huh.
I think he's when he comes out this year, he'll probably be one of the first ones taken in the draft.
Okay.
After that, you got Dak Prescott. Better than that's who you're really going to be. Ezekiel Elliott, Boykin, whoever's the starting quarterback from Ohio. Really, that's going to be about who I would put in there with Prescott.
Yeah, I'm looking at Boykin too, and he had 3,900 yards, 301 out of 492 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Heck, he ran the ball 151 times and got 700 yards, so the dude had a great season last year, and I'm looking forward to see how he build upon that. Nick Chubb did a wonderful job too last year. I mean, I gotta give.
Didn't he get hurt last year?
Huh?
Chubb got hurt last year, right?
Chubb. No. Chubb. Gurley was the one that got hurt, and then Chubb came in. Yeah, and then Chubb came in after Gurley got hurt and took over the load.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Chubb, he was a load.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the funny thing. They plug him in, and it's like they really didn't.
Don't say that when you talk about Chubb. Don't put plug in Chubb.
I'm not thinking of that. You want your mind's in the gutter.
Same sentence.
Oh my gosh. When they insert him into the lineup, does that sound better?
No.
So there's no way around this.
The worst part was when they were doing commentary and they were like, "Did you see how hard Chubb hit the hole?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh man. All right. So those are some of the candidates that we need to keep an eye on. And
they hit Chubb hard. So bad.
We need to move forward.
Flipping women at the Florida Georgia game were wearing shirts that said "I love Chubb."
Well,
Chubb was Chubb was pounding that hole hard too.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
He kept pounding the right side. It was crazy.
okay, can we move forward? We're done with the Chubb jokes, are we? Are we done with the Chubb jokes? Okay,
I'm done.
Let's keep going. All right, the graduate transfer that went to a different school. You got Vernon Adams, quarterback, went from Eastern Michigan to Oregon. Everett Golston, who went from Notre Dame to Florida State. Mason Halter went from Fordham to Florida. Jake Rudock went from Iowa to Michigan. And Richie Mullaney, wide receiver, went from Oregon State to Alabama. So, you know a little bit about this guy you got for y'all, Steve, Jake Rudock?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Rudock, 2,500 yards passing. He had 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And believe it or not, he got pulled. I mean, the starter. Over 60%, it's like 61, 62% passing. How does Iowa pull that guy and not let him finish the season?
Because they're mean.
You know, and
they're ornery.
Yeah, Abdullah Ablangada.
They had Chubbs. Now we're making Waterboy jokes and Chubb jokes. That's all good now.
We're high.
Rudock, man, I think he's going to be fine, and I think he is. He'll start. I believe he's going to be our starter over Shane Morris.
Okay.
The thing that Rudock brings to the table that Morris doesn't. Morris can sling the rock 60 yards, but he'll still overthrow the guy that's running that 60-yard route. You know, the kid's good, and he got benched for the wrong reasons at Iowa. They promised the kid that was behind him that he would eventually start, and that's what happened. You know, so he came over to Michigan. I believe he will start, you know, because he was listed. It's either going to be Shane Morris or Jake Rudock, and he's going to start the game. So the kid's a game manager, and Kevin, like you said, all you need is a game manager with a decent. If you got a decent line, that game manager will win you some games. You know, that's really all you need. You have a decent line, you have a game manager. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, definitely agree. So. Ken, what do you think about? Have you heard much about this offensive lineman that transferred?
Anybody that has OL in front of their name and transfers to Florida, I'm happy about because we need as many offensive linemen as we can get.
Oh yeah, you guys are anemic at all.
Yes, we need as many offensive linemen as we can get. So the bigger you are and the better you have Junior. I got a wooden spoon.
So you said anytime we get off his line, you're happy about it.
Exactly.
All right. Do you want to talk about Golston going from Notre Dame?
Hell no, I don't want to talking about Golston going from Notre Dame to Florida State. The turnover machine is real, and he gets to go to Florida State now.
I just want to throw that out there to see what you say.
Water sucks. Gatorade's better.
I think Golston is fine at Florida State. I think there's no way you're going to replace a Jameis Winston.
No.
Golston, I think Golston will be fine, but you're going to see a significant drop off.
Yeah, and if you thought Jameis had a lot of turnovers last year, wait till this guy gets going.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy get in the mode to have a turnover every 3 seconds if you let him.
Oh yeah, and it's unfortunate I'd say is he's good against average to like a little bit below average teams that are not in teams that are not really good. When he was playing elite competition, he was not very good. Hence the ass whooping that Michigan took from Golston. You know, he actually wore us the hell out.
He played pretty well against FSU too,
and
he had a couple of mistakes against FSU.
He became the Golston that I knew from the year that he was there was a fucking turnover machine. You know, and that was it. And Florida State better be prepared for who's the running back at Florida State? Jesus.
Cook.
Yeah. Jesus. They better be riding that pony hard.
At least,
you know
at least his name's not Chubb, and you said riding that.
Yeah, riding that Chubb hard.
Oh man, that is funny. All right.
Well, hopefully they don't lose punching the hole and Delvin Cook in the same sentence either. That would just be bad too. He was
Now,
accused
that
of
defensive
punching.
lineman from what he came from Old Dominion, right?
Who?
The offensive line you guys.
According to Cortez, he came from Fordham.
Fordham.
I would say he came from Fordham.
Fordham, yeah. He was from what I know, when I read about this kid, he was wasn't he an All-American?
He's big. Yeah, he was an All-American at Fordham, and he's a big dude.
Fordham, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big dude too.
That's gonna. We'll see how that translates. Because when you're at a smaller school like that, how well will you be at?
Exactly, coming into the big dogs.
SEC, you know what I mean? Of all things, the SEC. Now you're going to go against guys who are more than likely going to play on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
More so than the rest of any other conference. So that's going to be interesting.
Yep.
To see at least.
Coming from a car and a pig park, it's different than going to Florida. Get it? Car, pig park, Fordham.
I was hungry. Man. That's my.
I know. Cortez was like Fordham. I'm like, wow, he's hungry. He wants some ham.
All right, let's get on and move forward.
Ham.
Ham.
All right.
I want some bacon.
We're gonna start with we're gonna get a fans here, but I'm gonna start with the one who is through and blue. So expand on what you expect out of Florida this year on the year one of Jim McElwain. So
I want to see some type of something that actually resembles an offense. That's what I expect. I expect something that actually resembles an offense.
So your expectation is pretty low because of much change.
I expect something that actually resembles an offense. I want to. The first time they hit a 15-yard pass pattern, I will come out of my seat and run laps around wherever I'm at. If they throw a 30-yard bomb, I may faint. Anything over that, I may legit just die right there of extreme overexcitement. I just want something that resembles an offense. That's all I want. That's all
not running the ball 50 times a game.
Exactly. That's not doing what they did to Georgia. That didn't resemble an offense. That resembled a 1910 offense that Army would have ran. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. I want something that resembles some type of offense. And as long as I get something that looks like that, I'll be happy. The defense will take care of itself. The defense is still good. You got arguably the best secondary in the country at Florida. Between all the positions, you got arguably the best secondary in the country. Between Neal and Tabor and Hardgraves and all these other guys that we've got, they're arguably the best. Morrison's coming back at linebacker, which was huge. They didn't think he was going to be back and be ready to go after coming off of 2 knee surgeries. And they said he's back and ready to go and looks like he hasn't missed a beat. So him coming back is huge. I know we lost Fowler and we lost a lot of other guys off of defense and offense, but I just want to see something. We have talent. You can't have Florida and you can't have Florida and be recruiting the state of Florida and go, well, we don't have